there was a video game developer named Brianna Wu basically made a post saying that if you support this game, if you want to buy this game, then you basically hate trans people. And you're supporting somebody who hates trans people. That's where I had a little bit of an issue with it. Everybody should have a right to say whatever they want. Well, speaking of social media and social pressure and social consequences, J.K. Rowling.
JK. Just
is
kidding.
In hot water, apparently.
Allegedly.
So, well, this is not alleged. This is facts. So, there is a game that's coming out called Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay.
And if you don't know Hogwarts, it is part of the Harry Potter community. And I think this is going to be add-on.
Harry.
And so recently, I guess J.K. Rowling had put up a tweet responding to something that she saw online in regards to the trans community. Rowling retweeted this. He had discussed people who menstruate. She took issue with them saying like, people who menstruate. And she was like, well, didn't they used to have a name, kind of making fun? And she's like, oh, isn't it called woman? And I guess the initial tweet, garnered a lot of backlash from the trans community.
Okay.
And so
I don't know how that would be a thing, but okay.
But yeah, so she said that she got some backlash from the trans community, and so she went into more detail and said, if sex isn't real, then there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak that truth. The idea that women like me, who have been empathetic to trans people for decades, feeling kinship because they're vulnerable in the same way as women, i.e. to male violence, hate trans people because they think sex is real and has livid consequences is nonsense. So she said her piece.
Right.
And obviously now this show came out. So
Show or video game?
This video game, Hogwarts Legacy, came out. And
of the closet.
Funny as hell. So it came out or it's coming out, and there was a video game developer named Brianna Wu, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure that is her name.
Okay. A video game developer that worked on
and she didn't work on this show. She just is in that community, speaks on
right.
it, and yeah, Brianna Wu is her name.
Okay.
And so she basically made a post saying that if you support this game, if you want to buy this game, then you basically hate trans people. And you're supporting somebody who hates trans people, and you're basically a transphobe if you support this video game.
That's very interesting.
And so that's where I had a little bit of an issue with it.
As you should. Because
I just said that is essentially bullying someone to believe what you believe.
Yes.
And again, I don't even want to I want to say first off, I don't care what any grown adult does, be you bisexual, gay, lesbian, transsexual,
trisexual.
whatever it is that you do that makes you happy, do that. Because we as humans, what is it? I don't think it's the Constitution, but there's some American document says that, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that's what we should be able to do. Everybody should be able to do that. So that point is mute. I don't care. But I also believe that you should be able to say whatever it is that you feel and whatever opinion that you have, as long as you have respect for the other side.
Absolutely.
And that shouldn't be just negated. And I feel like the way that, Miss Rowling expressed herself was in a way that was very respectful of everybody's feelings and rights. Now, respect doesn't mean that I have to agree with you. Respect just means just that, respect. I am not going to be rude while you make your point, and I'm not going to go to my way to be an asshole. So like I basically commented like, everybody should have a right to say whatever they want, and I got a little, backlash from some people um saying basically, well, it's okay that our side can bully because the other side, when they bully, it leads to people dying or people's rights getting taken away. But I'm against that as well. Like I'm against that. Nobody should, everybody has human rights. And those human rights mean that you're able to do what you want to do with your life once you are an adult. And anybody trying to infringe on that, like, I'm against 1000%. But I'm also against people saying, hey, you have to agree with me or else you can't speak, or else we're going to cancel you, or else we're going to bully people into not supporting you. And that's not cool, because everybody deserves to have a voice, and everybody deserves to voice their opinion as long as they can do it in a respectful and a professional manner. So I just want to say to Miss Brianna Wu, you may see this, you may not, and anybody else who wants to speak their mind, I would love to have a real conversation with anybody who's willing to have a real respectful conversation about, the things that are going on. And I'm inviting, I'm open to that, and we can figure something out and get the lines of communication of all sides, so that we all can voice how we feel, and we can do it in a safe environment. Because that's what I'm about. That's what I feel like, is important to get out there. That's an important message to have out there, that we all can say what we want to say in a safe and respectful environment. So invitation is extended. Let's talk. Let's figure something out.
For sure. Yeah, leave your comments below. No, I wanted to jump on that, and I wanted to say something. Thanks for chiming me in. So pretty much, bro, nobody should be bullying people off anywhere, no matter what.
Absolutely.
Nobody should have that strong of an opinion to have to bully people off of a site. If it's already followed under the guidelines and regulations of the platform that's already been presented, and maybe there might not be a lot, but it's like you join this, so you're susceptible to anything that's backlash from it. Now, that's being said, are we talking about a demographic of people, or are we talking about an organized religion? Because it's like at this point, there's nothing that the government really hasn't done for, this is not an oppression, and it's not. This is a choice that people make that a dose of reality is not against. But at the same time, it also goes without saying that you cannot bully what's already been done and made a fact. Should you have a say in things? Absolutely. Should you want to do what you want? If, I know in some states they allow certain requests to be made in school functions or in schools in general because of certain things if somebody identifies as something else. So they're already accommodating at this point. I just don't understand why it has to go as far as there has to be this long line of fucking people that want to leave their suggestion or make their piece when everybody is pretty much saying the same thing. Nobody really cares what you guys are doing. Anybody's doing. Nobody cares. I just want to cap this off with saying, man, that no matter how you're feeling about what the author of Harry Potter says about how she feels, because everybody else wants to express their opinion, should not be sitting here and discrediting everybody that's been spending all this time working on this game just because you want to boycott a game because of what somebody said. This cancel culture has to fucking stop, dude.
Yeah, and also, I think instead of this cancel and the shame-based society that we have, it should be one of teaching and learning and understanding. Again, I'm not saying that if somebody is literally being a bigot or being disrespectful or saying things that are literally, like I'm talking about incendiary, where we're talking about, certain people shouldn't exist or things like that. That's ridiculous. Those are the extremes, and we're not talking about that at all. But if you're being respectful and just, again, not being rude and being professional about how you say certain things, I feel like we could, use a little bit more understanding and education, and find, even if we don't find a middle ground, we can just agree to disagree after we've both stated our points. And
Absolutely.